Network Entertainment.
Kapatid, I want you to be honest. Let me ask you this question. When was the last time you checked your bank account without holding your breath? Yung parang feeling mo magkakaroon ka ng heartburn ba or heart attack pag binuksan mo na talaga yung mga bills mo. Yes, ang tawag po natin dun is money anxiety. And here's the truth. You can't manage what you always avoid.
Hi, I'm Chingitan and you're listening to Chink Positive Podcast, where I aim to equip you to become wealthy and debt-free, teaching you on how to save, budget, get out of debt, and invest. Let's get into the episode.
Hi there, this is Chinkitan, your pambansang wealth coach. Today, we're going to talk about something nobody likes to admit, but almost everyone feels what we call as money anxiety. Yung tight feeling ba sa dibdib mo na before you check your balance and then nagkakaroon ka ng tinatawag na buyer's remorse pagkatapos mong bilhin na alam mo kasi na kailangan mong bayaran, especially when you charge it to your card. The fear of facing your bills becomes a nightmare. So, we avoid it is because alam natin na uncomfortable. But here's the problem. What you are avoiding will actually control you. Kaya nga sa episode natin, sa podcast natin, what we're gonna talk about is where money anxiety really comes from, why avoiding makes it worse, and how can you face your finances without panic and guilt. So, hingang malalim mga kapatid, thank you very much again for tuning in for our podcast, and let's take back control with our finances. So, let's talk about what money anxiety really feels like. Start muna tayo sa symptoms. Like for example, dinedelay mo yung pag-check mo ng balance ng credit card bills mo o kung ano man yung mga bills mo. Number 2, you feel guilty when you buy something that you need. O kahit kailangan mo, pero nagigilty ka pa. You get stressed when your salary comes in because you already know na talagang dadaan lang sa palad mo. And you think about money every single day and you feel that you are helpless. If you are that person, sounds familiar, give me a nod, please. Ito na reality. It's not just poor money management. That is what we call as fear. Again, fear. Money anxiety happens when your emotions takes over. You start to see money as a stress factor rather than when you spend money, you have joy. And every time na naalalaman mo na talagang ina-avoid mo. The fear grows bigger in your mind and in your heart. But here's the thing. Sa totoo lang, yung pera in itself is neutral, di ba? It can make you feel good or it can make you feel bad, right? So, if you use it in the right way, it makes you feel good. But if you know that you're using it the wrong way, it makes you feel bad. Kaya nga, money anxiety doesn't start really from your wallet. It starts from your way of thinking and your way of living. Yung way of thinking mo, parang feeling mo, ay hindi, kaya ko yan, gagawan ko ng paraan yan, di ba? So, anong nangyari niyan? Sometimes we spend irresponsibly. Pero, yun nga, in the process of yung way of living mo, nagla-lifestyle inflation ka. Di ba? Ano mangyayari po dyan? Talagang may stress ka. Or probably, when you were young, parati mo narinig na, ay naku, wala tayong pera, magtiis ka muna. O nakikita mo yung mga parents mo and sometimes they fight over the bills, they argue. Or maybe, that's the reason why when you finally earn money, yung talaga nagkaroon ka ng kapangyarihan to earn on your own, you made a vow that I will not be just like my parents. That I will reward myself. So ano po nangyari? Because of those money traumas when you were young, so nire-reward mo ni sarili mo, and yun yung tinatawag nilang healing of the inner child. And at the same time, yun na mapagbigay ka sa mga anak mo dahil ayaw mong mangyari yung nangyari nung kayo ay bata pa. But here's the tricky part. Ito pa yung weird part. Sa sobrang pagbibigay mo sa mga anak mo, nag-overspend ka na. Kaya ano po ang ending? Diba? Nag-a-argue ka na, na-stress ka na, or if not naman, nagtatalo na kayo ng misis nyo pagdating sa pera. So ano po nangyari? the cycle is repeating itself. Kaya nga, alam mo, let me tell you this truth. Pag hindi na-heal yung money trauma and money wounds mo, okay, let me tell you, kahit na iniiwasan mo yan, babalik at babalik pa rin yan. But the good news is this. Did you know that you can retrain your brain to feel safe with money again? So the question is, how can we do it? Let's go by step. So here's how we can start managing money anxiety without stressing yourself. Number 1, face the music. Face the problem slowly. Yes, I know sometimes it's so hard to face the problem if the problem is your face. Katulad ko. Di ba? Ito lang, kailangan talaga harapin natin. Avoiding the problem will not make the problem go away. It will just make it go worse. So I suggest open your envelopes, open your banking app. Don't judge, don't react. Just look, say out loud. O, pagkabukas mo, this is where I am today. Okay? It's not forever. Hindi ito pang forever. Itong utang na ito, itong obligation din forever. Makakalaya din ako. Diba? Dapat matapang ka. Number 2, replace shame with curiosity. Instead of saying, ang tanga-tanga ko naman, parati naman akong ganun, hirap na ako. Tanungin mo sarili mo. Ask yourself a proactive question and ask yourself, what is one thing that you can change this week? Diba? Probably, stop eating out. Diba? Start saving more. Find a new opportunity. Diba? Number 3, set a money check-in routine. Dapat gawin mo regularly to. Diba? Hindi lang once every month. Gawin mo once a week. Diba? And then, same day, same time. Like every Monday, gagawin mo, or every Friday. Treat like it just like brushing your teeth. Regular, not emotional. Diba? Minsan, di mo naman feel, diba, na mag-brush yung teeth, pero kailangan. Number 4, build a safe money habit. When you say safe money habit, ang pinaka-best sa safe money habit is setting aside money for the future. Setting aside money for your emergency fund. So, pwedeng pa 50 pesos a day, 100 pesos a day, non-negotiable to. Diba? The amount doesn't really matter, but the habit does. Because I always tell people, savings is a habit. And number 5, ito yung pinaka-best. Once you start achieving some results, some wins, some success, celebrate calmly, but not cashly. Kung may word na cashly. Ibig sabihin, huwag yung bongga. Diba? Every time na may na-achieve ka, diba, sabihin mo, good job. Nakabayad ka ng utang, good job. Diba? Kahit na small, minor wins, tapos may small celebration na afford mo. So, let me do a real talk with you. Based on the information that I have given you right now, okay, ano sa palagay mo ang pwede mong gawin, di ba? Na start. Face the music, di ba? Replace shame with curiosity. Dapat may regular check-in ka. Meron kang tinatawag na good money habit na pag-iipon. And then celebrate, di ba? Pag meron kang na-achieve. And I'll be honest with you. There was a time also, I have this money fears and money anxiety na in-avoid ko. Pero you know what? Talagang sobrang stressful. When I finally faced them, when I sat down and said, okay, this is where I am right now, and if I don't fix this, I will feel this way for the rest of my life. Pero let me tell you this truth, and the truth will set you free. 90% ng fear na na-expect mo hindi mangyayari. I've been through worse times. That's the reason why I want to encourage you, face the music. You cannot fix what you refuse to face. But once you face it, even if it's scary, you will start to feel stronger and better. So my friends, kung itong money anxiety na ito ay talagang isang stressor mo and really, I think it's time for you to really face the music. And I hope that this episode really hits home, close to you. So if this ministered to you and help you, share it with a friend who also avoids ito yung mga money issues. Remind them na hindi sila nag-iisa and it's never too late to take or regain control. Again, this is Chinkitan, your pambansang wealth coach, saying to every problem, there's always a solution. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Always. Chink positive.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.